Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a story for you that will absolutely take your breath away. It's a story about family, sacrifice, and a secret held for a lifetime. So grab a tissue, get comfortable, and let's dive into a tale that will make you rethink what it truly means to be a hero. It was supposed to be the most joyous day of the year, Grandpa's 80th birthday. The house was alive, buzzing with the energy that only a big family celebration can create. Balloons danced near the ceiling. A giant banner proclaimed Happy 80th, Grandpa. And the sweet, comforting scent of a freshly baked birthday cake filled every corner of the room. At the head of the dining table sat the man of the hour, Robert Miller, his face beaming with pride. His eyes, full of warmth and crinkled at the corners from a lifetime of smiles, watched as his grandchildren, a whirlwind of different ages and sizes, gathered around him. Their little faces were lit with excitement, ready to burst into the familiar tune of Happy Birthday. The moment felt perfect, like a scene straight out of a movie. His daughter, Sarah, carefully placed the cake in front of him, its 80 candles flickering like a constellation of tiny stars. She leaned in, about to light the first one, when a sudden heavy knock echoed from the front door. The sound was so sharp, so out of place, that it sliced right through the cheerful chatter, silencing the room instantly. Every head turned towards the door. The laughter died on everyone's lips. Sarah paused, a look of confusion on her face. Who could possibly be visiting at this exact moment? She walked to the door and opened it, revealing two police officers standing on the porch. Their uniforms were crisp, their expressions serious and unreadable. The festive atmosphere in the house seemed to shrink away from the cold reality they brought with them. "We are here for Mr. Robert Miller," one of the officers stated, his voice calm but firm. The words hung in the air, heavy and menacing. Back in the dining room, a collective gasp went through the family. Sarah turned, her eyes wide with disbelief, looking back at her father. Grandpa Robert's smile, the one that had lit up the room just moments before, slowly faded. A shadow of resignation passed over his features, replacing the joy with a deep, profound sadness. He looked at his family, at the shocked faces of his children and grandchildren, and whispered, his voice barely audible, "I knew this day would come." Sarah rushed to his side, her heart pounding. "Dad, what's happening? What is this about?" she pleaded, her voice trembling. He took a deep, shaky breath, the weight of decades pressing down on him. "It's time," he said, his gaze meeting hers. "It's time you all know the truth." The officers stepped into the house, their presence making the cozy home feel like a sterile, official space. Gently, almost apologetically, they placed handcuffs on the old man's wrists. The soft click of the metal locking into place was the loudest sound in the silent room. As they led him away, his family could only watch, paralyzed by shock and confusion. Tears began to stream down Sarah's face, and soon the room was filled with quiet sobs. The 80 candles on the birthday cake continued to flicker, their tiny flames casting dancing shadows on the uneaten cake and the tear-streaked faces, a lonely testament to a celebration shattered. Later that evening, at the sterile, impersonal police station, the pieces of the puzzle began to fall into place. Under the harsh fluorescent lights, a story that had been buried for over half a century finally came to light. The officers explained that new evidence had surfaced in a very old, cold case from the war. Decades ago, during a time of chaos and fear, a terrible crime had been committed. A young, innocent man, a dear friend of Robert's, had been wrongly accused. To save his friend from a certain and unjust fate, a young Robert Miller made a split-second decision that would alter the course of his entire life. He took the blame. He confessed to a crime he did not commit, sacrificing his own name and reputation to protect an innocent soul. He had lived with this secret ever since, carrying the heavy burden in silence. He built a new life, fell in love, raised a family, and became the beloved patriarch they all knew and adored. He never spoke of his past, never hinted at the incredible sacrifice he had made. He locked that part of his life away, hoping it would remain buried forever. His family sat in stunned silence as the story unfolded. The man they knew as a gentle, kind grandfather was not a criminal. He was a hero of the highest order, a man who had chosen honor and friendship over his own freedom. The revelation sent ripples through the legal system. With the new evidence and the truth finally uncovered, the old charges were swiftly dropped. The next morning, Grandpa Robert walked out of the police station, a free man in every sense of the word. His family was there to greet him, and the reunion was a torrent of emotions. Hugs were tighter, tears were shed not of sorrow, but of overwhelming relief and pride. The ride home was quiet, a comfortable silence filled with unspoken understanding and a newfound respect. That night, the family gathered once again around the dining room table. The half-melted candles on the birthday cake were replaced with new ones. This time, when they were lit, their flames seemed to burn brighter, warmer. As they sat together, the trauma of the previous day began to fade, replaced by a profound sense of love and connection. Grandpa Robert, back in his rightful place at the head of the table, looked at the faces of his loved ones, his eyes shining. A gentle smile returned to his lips. "Sometimes," he said, his voice steady and clear, "the truth takes a lifetime to find its way out, but it always comes in the end." His words settled over the room, weaving a tapestry of love, pride, and the incredible power of forgiveness. It was a birthday no one would ever forget, a day that taught them that the deepest truths are often hidden behind the simplest smiles, and that true heroes don't always wear capes. They are the ones who make impossible sacrifices for the people they love. What an incredible story of courage and family. It just goes to show you that you never truly know the battles people have fought or the secrets they carry. Thank you so much for joining me today and for letting me share this powerful story with you. If it touched your heart, please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need a reminder of the power of truth. And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. Until next time, take care.